Welcome to my channel, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of September 8th through September 12th. This will be for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus of Taurus. As always, this is a general reading. Everything may or may not resonate. So what does not, please leave behind and take what does. As always, roles can be reversed, so please apply them as they fit. And let's see what your overall message, moon message, is going to be for the sign of Taurus. By the time you see this message, it'll be September 7th. So you will see it on a full moon. Today is a full moon. So let's see. I thought the moon deck would be very appropriate for your reading. Let's see what moon card you get. You get surrender. So the waning crescent 3 moon. The number 26 could be significant for you, Taurus. Surrender. What I get from this card is I do feel like there are some sort of negative energies or traits or habits that you are really going to be working on surrendering this week. For some of you, I do feel like you're just surrendering toxic relationships or toxic um partnerships that no longer serve you this week. There might be something in your energy that you are feeling like you have outgrown, or you no longer feel the need to keep around in your energy this week. And I do feel like that will be the concentration for you, Taurus. Okay. So there is something you are letting go of that will be very important for your growth this week. Let's see what messages come in supporting this. So we've got twin flames, head over heels, swept up, falling in love, intense emotions, goodbye, and supersize me. So doing too much, excessive, or overindulgence. For some of you, I do feel like you are letting go of former traits that perhaps you were bringing in from previous relationships that did not work, right? And so you've taken what didn't work in those relationships and you're now applying it to this newfound connection you've got going for you this week. If it is not a newfound connection, it is a relationship that you've been with a while, where you feel super connected with this person, but there are things that you still brought from previous connections that were taking a toll or affecting your relationship now that you are putting an end to. Okay. For others, I do feel like there might be something that you are really I'm getting substance abuse. Okay, so that's specific and targeted. Someone may be just quitting any type of substance abuse that could have been very it was getting out of control for you, right? I feel like that you are regaining a sense of self and a sense of control within you, where you're letting go of um those toxic oh my gosh, what's the word that I'm trying to say? Like just vices, right? Those toxic vices that you may have picked up here, you're letting go of that to be able to grow and become a better version of yourself, because I do feel like some of you kind of morph or change when you are under the influence. And so you are taking this week to really, really just get a grip on what it is that you are, your role is and your intention is here uh in life in general. Okay. And you're just taking control of your overall health and well-being. Let's see what tarot has to say for. I'm also getting fire signs, so some of you may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. For others, I do feel like there is a relationship coming in that you are truly loving the connection. I do feel like some of you have met your soulmate. I know that word, a lot of people get funny about it, but when you find someone that feels like a true connection, That's one of the terms, or in other, some people call it twin flames. They do mean differently. So I mean, take it as it resonates. But there is someone in your connection that you uh are feeling very differently about. I'm getting best friends. So some of you may be friends where you're seeing them in a different light this week as well. That just came in. Let's see what Tarot has to say for the sign of Taurus this week. Some of you may be traveling or moving out. I'm hearing that. Some of you may be traveling and moving out. There is something that you have closed a chapter on, that you will be closing a chapter on this week. Or some of you have just really kind of outgrown a space. I do see like an actual physical move. Some of you may be moving somewhere where there's like a lot of mountains. I don't know who that's for. If you're looking to purchase a home, it might be somewhere woodsy. See that too as well. All right, Spirit, please give me clear and concise messages for the sign of the Taurus. What do you have coming in for the sign of Taurus for the week of September 8th through the 12th? Let's see. I'm going to move these out of the way. All right, we've got the 3 of Swords, 2 of Coins, the 10 of Pentacles, so of Wands. So yeah, there's definitely something that you're getting ready to balance out and prepare for. And this is following a heartbreak or some sort of disappointment in love. Again, some of you are moving out or moving away from a connection that no longer serves you this week. I feel like you've had enough. You've picked up most of the burden in that connection. Or you felt unappreciated and wasn't shown the same connection, the same love that you were displaying to this person. So you were giving far more than what you were getting, is what I'm getting, Taurus. This week will be kind of a deciding factor for you in love. Let's see what else comes in. We've got Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Magician. Some of you are really, really manifesting a new job, a new role in your current position at work. And I do see that coming in this week. You may be offered a new position in your department. Okay, there might be something coming in regarding a different type of role in that department that will be significant for some of you this week. For others, I do feel like you are tapping into your nurturing role with this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she's very determined, she's very, strong, courageous, and her social skills are to a T, right? So again, these are attributes that are being displayed specifically in the workplace for this particular message, that are going to really set you apart from other candidates that have been contemplated for this new role that will be offered for you this week. I've got the 5 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. There is some of you may be getting like text messages from someone who is in their head, or someone who really is having a hard time with how you treat them. I do feel like there is some sort of friction in a connection here for someone that is going to cause some sort of argument this week. So try to avoid any type of confrontation or argument this week. I do feel like that is coming in. There will be someone who is going to be very relentless, and just kind of want to push your buttons to the point where you may lose your cool this week. So I do see that. Yeah, you might tell him to fuck off this week. I'll tell her to fuck off. All right. I do see here there is some sort of gathering or event happening this week, perhaps closer to the weekend. So maybe Friday, where you're going to have to really watch your spending. I do feel like the spending is going to be um, it might be something that you overindulge with or you're not really mindful with, that you might have some sort of buyer's remorse or regret. So the party will be good and you might spend more than you'd like to, but I do see you enjoying your time there. For others, I do feel like you're just doing a lot of self-reflection this week. And you having some sort of epiphany when it comes to um some goals and manifestations that you are trying to achieve in the entrepreneur world. So some of you are really contemplating leaving that 9 to 5 and starting something new. And I do feel like this week is going to be a week where you're going to tap into that creative venture. That's not for everyone. That's real specific. That's someone's message. Final drop, we've got the Sun, the Devil, and the Four of Wands. Like, this right here is like, I see it's like polar opposites, right? You've got the Sun, which happens to be the happiest deck in the happiest card in the deck. And then you have the Devil that comes with this connotation. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn, so heavy earth sign in this reading, by the way. But I do feel like there is a connection that is coming in that will be very abundant for you this week. So it's going to reach higher levels this week. There may be talks of taking it to a different level. So if you are in the talking stages, you might be talking about, making it a little bit more serious, kind of really solidifying the roles that you both portray in this relationship. For others, if you are already in a very established connection, there might be some sort of talks about engagements or marriage for some of you. So we've got the marriage card here. I do feel like there might be some sort of codependency. So just be mindful of that, watchful of it. So um uh other than that, I really don't see anything too much to be concerned of. I do see that the love is very positive here for you this week, Taurus. So I love that for you. But if you're the one who brings the toxic traits or the toxic negative energies or the codependent energies, you want to um, hone down on that and work on yourself. Okay. So don't fuck it up, Taurus. Or if this is your partner, same thing. Okay. All right. We're going to do an overall final message for the sign of Taurus. Let's see what you got. Taurus, you've got the leadership card. So this goes back to the what we were talking about with the opportunity for work here. You're being really just looked at this week at work, like your leadership skills. You are truly someone in the workplace that takes the initiative, takes the role to make things happen, and you're being looked at. Okay, you're being looked at for some sort of elevation, some sort of promotion or recognition in the workplace. Now, in the realm, I'm also feeling like you are truly taking control of yourself, and you're leading with the qualities that are truly meant to display your real and authentic self. Okay, and everyone's watching that, including your significant other. I do feel like you are far more connected with your sense of self, and that's going to really carry out for you this week. And you'll be displaying that quite heavily in all sorts of um at facets of your life, whether that's professional, whether that's on the personal level. Okay. All right, Taurus, that is all I have for you this week. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Namaste. Bye.